How's it going, guys? Andrew here.
And Matt.
Welcome to another episode of the LCR podcast.
Initial reaction for the movie Men in Black International. Let's just jump straight to the review because I can't hold myself anymore.
Well, this is the non-spoiler section.
Right.
We will have our spoiler thoughts on a separate video, or if you're listening to this in a few minutes. But anyways, this movie came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, it's happening. Oh, we don't have Tommy Lee Jones or Will Smith. And the idea intrigued me because they were like, let's go somewhere else to a different country and let's have this amazing duo together. Emma Thompson and Tessa, not Emma Thompson, even though she's in the movie. And Chris Hemsworth. And let's have them do stuff.
And
Oh, Liam Neeson?
And
Pawnee?
And
A cameo from Frank the dog?
And
Whoever played the guy C or whatever, Agent C?
And
I don't know.
I just want to see how many people you name.
Anyways, for me to sum it up really quick, because I feel like Matt has a lot to say.
No, not really.
Well, I guess it's a bad thing. I think it is a fine movie, but forgettable. Matthew?
I really couldn't get into it for like the first 30 to 45 minutes up until we met Pawnee, which is the name of the little tiny alien dude who pledges his loyalty to Tessa Thompson's character.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely the best part of the movie because he was so hilarious.
Yeah, he brought a lot. And he easily could have been super annoying, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He had very dry humor. It was great.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, there was something about Men in Black 1 and 2 having the chemistry of Will Smith and Tommy Lee fucking Jones.
Two people you wouldn't think
together.
had good chemistry at all.
Because you got Will Smith, who's just like, a really just outgoing street cred knucklehead, and then you have Tommy Lee Jones, who was in The Fugitive. He was in
Two-Face.
He was Tommy Lee Jones is fucking amazing.
He's amazing. The Fugitive is a phenomenal movie.
I don't know. I think I just hold Men in Black 1 and 2 to such a high standard that...
Especially the first one.
Yeah,
first
absolutely.
one's really, really good movie. Go ahead.
I don't think that this... I don't know if this was just like to expand on the universe or just to kind of like soft reboot it.
Well, that was my thing. Like, they were like, ooh, it's international, but it didn't really feel like that. Like, the movie, like, it still felt like it could have been it could have taken place in New York, and then they just went to different places. Like, I guess, is it the fact that international because they went to, like, different countries? Is that why it's international? Like, because, Men in Black 1 and 2 could have easily done that.
Yeah.
I guess, but they stuck in America. For me, I wasn't really bought on the whole, like you said, like the first act. Well, I wasn't really sold with her, like, trying to find who these Men in Black people are and then finding them and then hunting them down and then discovering them and all this and then getting introduced and like kind of like they just needed a really fast way for her to have Chris be like, hey, I want you.
Yeah.
And I just for me that part was really kind of like slow, but like you said, when Pawnee was introduced, he was great.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't in the movie, this movie would have been really boring.
Yeah.
Because, yes, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, their chemistry really strives. But, like, they actually weren't as funny as I thought they were going to be.
No.
Like, the script was pretty bad on their parts. Like,
yeah.
I didn't really find myself laughing at all with whatever they were saying, their banter. Actually, take that back. Chris Hemsworth and Agent C, they had some funny banter.
Yeah, there was
Their chemistry was pretty good, especially like the part when they both had the sunglasses and they were like, "You put yours down." No, you put yours down. Like that was really good. That was a funny little bit right there.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some funny parts, but like I didn't really care for Tessa Thompson's character. I feel like thinking back on it, I feel like she brought too much. I think it was just she was still coming off the hype of playing Valkyrie and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because I just kind of felt like she was just a little too cocky. Like, I found you after 20-something years of looking around. I
hated that
you.
in the trailer.
I'm just like...
The marketing for this movie was way too much. And Sony always does that. They put so much money into their marketing. And it can show. This movie, you've seen a lot of the scenes. Like, there weren't that many scenes that were like, ooh, that's a different scene. Like, but I did notice there is one thing in the marketing that lied. I'm not going to say anything. I don't understand why they did that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I absolutely do.
Okay.
Without you talking about any details whatsoever.
Anyways, I'll tell Matt after this if I remember. Shoot, I guess... I don't know. I guess just for me, this was kind of stale.
Yeah, I mean, coming off of Dark Phoenix, where we didn't really have a whole lot of jumping around set-wise. Not that this... Well, actually, no. This movie is called Men in Black International. You definitely could have gone more places and just...
Yeah,
really
they didn't... I don't think they went around enough. And one thing I said was, like, they show a lot of aliens in the beginning, like when Tessa's, like... being introduced to the Men in Black and when she goes to the headquarters the first time. And I was like, dude, there was like that guy behind her when she was going up the escalator and he had all like those little like circles on him.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's cool. Like, let me see more of that. And then they just like forget about aliens. And they have these generic faceless villains that you see in the trailer that are boring. And
okay. Actually, because you brought up the villains, there's one scene in particular and it's a dance scene. That I really enjoyed because I'm not going to say much, but just they basically just start mimicking other dancers in the club. And when it first starts, they just start having a seizure.
It's hilarious.
It was pretty funny. I would definitely recommend seeing that part if you can illegally pirate this movie, but otherwise.
Or if you just have A-list, man, just get that AMC A-list. You will go see any movie and you'll come out being like, at least I didn't pay $20 to see that.
I think I have a really big gripe with this movie. And I mean, this was partly our decision.
No spoilers or anything, right?
No.
Okay, what's up?
I don't think this movie needed to be in Dolby.
You don't think so? I thought it was fine.
I don't know. There were parts where it was just
I don't know. They had Rocket Man in Dolby. They're just gonna put they're gonna put any movie in Dolby.
Well, that's fine. But I mean, like, cause like Rocket Man, like it's got music. But like this one it didn't seem like it. I don't know. This one just didn't.
Matt was just very disappointed in this movie.
I was. It did not satisfy me.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to wrap things up here for the initial thoughts. Anyways, things might be changing a little bit. This is our 26th podcast, if I'm not mistaken, which is, so that's half a year right there of a weekly podcast. And so we are going to be changing our look, changing the setup. So when we come back after this initial thoughts, for the first 30 minutes, we're going to be talking about other things besides Men in Black, and then we're going to go into Men in Black. So I'm going to find out what we're going to talk about for about 30 minutes, but we're going to do that. Anyways, guys, see you whenever the actual spoiler podcast drops, or hear you in a few seconds on the podcast.
Also, if you're watching this initial reaction when it first drops, we're, as of now, 8 subscribers away from 500.
Come on, don't you guys want us to do our 500 celebration because we've only done a 50 celebration?
Yeah, so just share this to your Facebook wall. Just tell a coworker, hey, dude, go follow this page.
One person out there, just make 8 new accounts and just sub.
Yeah.
Please, because we want to hit 500 so we can celebrate and have a good time. Anyways, this has been Andrew.
And this has been Matthew.
See you guys.
I love you.
And welcome back, guys. We are here to talk about all spoilers, but not really. We're here to kind of talk shit about this movie.
Yeah.
We've had a day to digest it. It's almost been 24 hours.
He's had a day to digest it.
I've had a day, and actually, I actually just saw a movie with Connor called.
Thanks for my invite, by the way.
You were at work. You couldn't have taken like a 2-hour break.
You don't know that.
I do.
No, you don't.
Anyways, Connor and I saw a movie called The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
The Last Samurai.
No, that's a bad movie. Don't watch that. Remember that movie?
I do, but I thought we liked it.
I think we kind of liked it, but like now thinking about it, I was like, why was that a movie?
I don't know.
Tom Cruise as a samurai does not go well together. And
I don't think I liked it.
I think like it was one of those movies that I thought I should have liked because I thought it was like critically acclaimed, but then like after thinking about it, like I was like, yeah, that movie was kind of boring.
I used to have a therapist. He was like a really old guy.
You had a therapist?
Do you know my life?
Fair enough.
I still need a therapist.
Fair enough. Continue. What were you gonna say?
He like recommended it to me.
The Last Samurai?
Yeah, because he said it would teach me like a good life lesson or just something. I don't fucking know. Years later, I watched it. I don't even remember the guy's name, but if you're watching this, but you're probably dead now. Thanks for wasting my time.
Well, that's a great way to start the podcast. But yeah, so I watched that with Connor, and I was like, well, shoot. This is what good cinema is, because The Last Black Man in San Francisco is a very deep, sad, powerful movie.
About The Last Black Man in San Francisco?
Theoretically. That's where it comes into. So if it's near you in theaters, I highly recommend it. I had no idea. Like, I didn't see a single trailer or marketing for it. Connor just texted me this morning, and I was like, sure. So we went. It was phenomenal. Go see it. And don't see Men in Black unless you want to hate a movie. Because, like I said, I've had a day to digest it, and the movie sucks.
Honestly, at this point, the more that I think about it, the more I'm getting more excited for Terminator. Like, I think I'm more excited for Terminator than I was for this movie.
Really? I don't know. See, I don't know if I ever was truly excited for this movie. I think I remember seeing the trailer for the first time, and I was like, why?
I was like, okay, sure.
Because I was like, do we need this? Because theoretically, it's a soft reboot. They're trying to reboot the franchise.
I don't think they should.
I don't know if they're going to, based off the ratings. I don't know what the box office is looking like for it, because it's only been out for a day, so we can't really check.
It kind of just ties back into the whole women empowerment. I'm all for women empowerment. I think that they should be, when done correctly, and they're portrayed great in movies, fucking fantastic.
Yes.
But if you're pushing it on us, like when Chris Hemsworth is like, the men and women in black, and he turns around, and it's like, okay, cool. And then Tessa Thompson, like when she meets Pawnee for the first time, she's like, well, I mean, like, all women are queens. And it's like, yeah, but stop fucking shoving it down my throat, please. Like, don't just make it apparent. Make it just like, I come to that on my own. Like,
I'm trying to think of an example.
Because I know we were talking about somebody the other day, or a few podcasts ago.
Oh, the sergeant from Godzilla.
Her too, but there was somebody else that I was just
somebody else. Negative or positive?
No, positive. Like, I really liked her. Fuck. I think it might have been the chick from John Wick.
Oh, the villain.
Yeah, like I hated her. Well, no, I don't think it was that one. I don't know.
Halle Berry?
No, I don't think it was John Wick. I don't know. But
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not like about the chick anymore, but just like in general. Like, I hate how Hollywood is just pushing woman empowerment on us.
In a sense, I get it. In a sense, at the same time, I feel like we don't have the right to say that.
No, yeah, you're right. We're
because
fucking men.
From the day cinema has been born to, let's say, 5 years ago, like, it's been prominently males dominating the screen and women not really being able to be the badasses. And that is why I think the Alien franchise, especially Alien and Aliens, strive, because Sigourney Weaver was like the first badass female character that people could, even guys, who'd be like, you know what? I'm tough and macho in like the 70s, but this girl's pretty badass.
Dude,
like,
yeah, Sigourney Weaver is a certified motherfucker.
Yeah, like that was the first staple. I think another groundbreaking one was in the video game was Metroid.
Yeah.
When you found out that the whole time you thought you were playing this dude in a suit, and then it turned out to be a girl, and you're like, oh shoot! I just played a whole entire game, and the main person I was playing, I was a girl.
Yeah.
So there was little sprinkles of it, but in these last 5 years, women's voices have gotten a lot stronger, and they've been pushing themselves out there more, and so
which is good.
It's just, I will say it is a little too much happening too fast, but it's needed. It's like they need to do it, but I think it's to the point where it's like I just said, it's happening too fast.
Yeah.
To where it feels corny and annoying, and just a little ridiculous because you're rushing to push this out and be like, hey, look at women empowerment, when you're just like, wait, no, let's take a step back. Let's really think about this character. Let's make her somebody they want to look up to. Because at the end of the day, a little girl's not really going to look up to Tessa Thompson in this movie.
I would look up to her if she was Valkyrie.
Yeah, and Valkyrie. I think Marvel's done it well with, if anything, the really, like, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I went to the convention at Ace, and all the little girls, like, dressed up as her, like, all, like, trying to, like, you know, flex their muscles in pictures with her and stuff. Like, she was a true women empowerment for young girls. And I'm not saying, like, Tessa Thompson as, like, a person isn't, but I was saying her character in Men in Black wasn't really the women empowerment I think that they needed in that movie.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a formula that they just haven't, that most people haven't really discovered yet. Like, some people have, and there have been really good female actresses. But a majority, it's still just like we're like scratching the surface. Well, not scratching the surface, but it's like it's right there. Like, we're so close to it. Mm-hmm. And once we break that wall, everybody's gonna be fucking fantastic.
And then there are movies that they just need to be original. We don't need, even though I heard it was fine or good, Ocean's 8. We didn't need that.
I enjoyed Ocean's 8.
But like we didn't need it, you know, like they just could have made their own original movie. Ghostbusters. Stop it.
Okay, Ghostbusters.
Make your own original movie.
Yeah.
Don't try to just take something that was male oriented and just put women in it instead, because it's lazy, that's rushed, that's what I was talking about. Just think of an idea that is original for women and put, like, Bridesmaids.
Oh my god.
Like, that is a full out female comedy, and it is great. Do something like that. I mean, if you want to go more serious, like an Ocean's movie or something, but I don't know. I don't know. What is there any like big movie coming out soon that is like an all female cast that they're doing?
I don't know about an all female cast.
I mean, I heard Bill and Ted 3. They have daughters, so I think that's really cool. Like they both have daughters that are kind of like them in high school or whatever. So that's really fun, switching the roles there.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of glad we're getting this conversation out of the way before we just talk shit about this movie, because I love all these actors and I love what women are doing in cinema right now and how badass they're supposed to be.
Anybody either. Like, we're just shitting on the writers.
The writers and the directing.
Yeah.
It's just really bad.
The actors themselves are fucking fantastic. Like, we love Tessa Thompson. We love Chris Hemsworth. We love Melissa McCarthy. Everybody else. I can't think of the names. I'm so sorry.
Melissa McCarthy. Did you just say like a random person?
No, that's the that's the chick from Bridesmaids.
Oh, well, I thought you were just naming people in Men in Black.
Oh, no, I'm just naming
women,
actresses in general.
Actresses in general. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, we love all the actors and actresses unless you're a pedophile or a sex offender. I'm not going to name any names, but those aren't nice people. So, I was going to say Kevin Spacey. But on that note, I think I just want to start talking about this movie and what I didn't like, which was honestly probably 95% of it. Yeah. Did you know Rebecca Ferguson was even in the movie?
Who the fuck is that?
the girl from Fallout, not Mission Impossible. Yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. The chick.
Oh yeah, the one out of like the 4.
The badass chick that is trying to, during the opera scene when she like is trying to she's trying to assassinate the one dude. Bless you. She like betrays.
Oh, dude, yeah, she plays Riza.
Yeah, I had no idea that was her. She had the worst wig on. It was so bad, and it was like barely showing her eyes, and I just could not tell it was her.
I mean, looking at this picture, I probably could have told.
Use your words.
Said. I could have known that it was her,
but you didn't,
because I didn't know who the fuck she was.
Exactly.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I didn't know who Rebecca Ferguson was. Like, I know who she is. I told you the other day, I'm not good with names. I can tell you, I have a bad memory.
He does. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. But we're kind of jumping around. I just want to get into the beginning where, for no real reason except for just to set up the hive, we get this flashback to like 3 years ago. And there's this awkward dialogue with these two people about to have like a proposal or whatever. And like, I thought for a second they were like the aliens pretending.
Yeah, because then he was just like, yeah, there's a breakthrough in like Portal 2 and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so these guys are the aliens.
No.
And he's like, puts on his sunglasses and just flashes them. And I'm like, why waste the time explaining to it?
Yeah, it just, and so one thing that Matt brought up that I didn't catch was when Hemsworth gets pushed off the elevator, first he should have just died. It was so lucky when he, like, how he got back up.
Everything is lucky in movies.
It's so true. But when he gets back up into the elevator and Liam Neeson is just standing there, he became the hive like that very second, which I didn't pick up on. You did, though.
Yeah, and like, it's like you said. Like, you said that you hated when they choose big name characters or like big name actors to play important characters because, like, you know, they're not going to be coming back to reprise that role for the most part. Pretty
much what I was telling Matt is that I knew when in the movie, because I tried to stay away from the marketing even though it was freaking everywhere. When Liam Neeson, like when they find out that there's a mole, I'm like, oh, you're the mole because you're a big name actor. You're definitely not going to come for a sequel if there is one. So it was a process of elimination because they weren't going to have the two main characters. It wasn't going to be Agent C because he kind of was like the bad guy already, so they weren't going to actually make him the bad guy.
He was just a guy that had just a rivalry between.
Yeah, it wasn't like a bad guy, but it was like the person that had conflict with Hemsworth's character, but you weren't going to make him the bad guy. So process of elimination, if you're not just going to do something, you're not just going to show a random person be the mole because it's stupid. It was Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
But I did not, I'll give the movie credit, I did not see the little twist that Liam Hemsworth got flashed towards the climax of the movie.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. And like, for me, I was about 85% sure that Neeson was the mole. But as the movie kept on going on, I was just like, fuck, is Chris Hemsworth the mole? Because they kept on talking about like how he has changed and he's just partying all the time. And then Agent C was just kind of going rogue with like these stealth mission parts. I really don't know the terminology for it.
I don't either. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Because like, you know, it was when they were in Marrakesh, and Agent C was like in the room with all like the monitors and everything. I can't fucking think.
Yes. You can't think.
And High T comes in and he's like, "What's going on here?" Blah 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 blah. And he's like, "Well, I think Hemsworth is doing something bad." Okay, fuck you. First of all, overall, I just wasn't sure if it was High T, which first of all, that's a weird name. High T. Hi, I'm High T. Nice to meet you.
You want some High C.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Wait, isn't Agent C the dude now?
That has to be the product placement everywhere.
I
if
really
they make another movie.
I kind of hope that they make a sequel now. I'm not gonna go see it, but
okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make a point right here. Product placement almost worked for me in this movie because usually product placement never works for me. But there's a scene where Hemsworth is chilling on his desk and he has a little silver bowl of Skittles, and I was like, "Fudge, dude, I want some." I leaned over to Matt. I was like, "I want some Skittles now." It was the only time product placement has ever gotten the better of me, but I didn't buy them, so sorry, Skittles, you didn't win.
You gonna go buy a Lexus?
No.
So what I was trying to say was I just kind of kept on going back and forth between Agent C, Agent H, or High T. Like I didn't know if, because they were all acting strange. Tessa Thompson was the only one that was like straightforward, and she was like hesitant with everybody, and it was, I don't know.
Here's the reason why I think I don't like the movie. She's like a Mary Sue straight off the bat.
What do you mean?
Like, she's perfect. Does she have a character arc? Does she learn anything?
Not really. I mean, they kind of just did like a wipe through of the training.
But like, there is no like if anything, her arc was to find the Men in Black, which she found within like the first 15 minutes of the movie, and then she went to London. If anything, like her arc was like to find love or to understand what love is.
That's gay.
But remember that was kind of like a little plot point, like when they were in the desert, and like Hemsworth was like saying like, "Oh, you've never been in love, have you?" And she's like, "No, it's just a bunch of chemicals in your head for distractions."
Oh yeah, because she was just like, "I didn't have time for it."
Yeah, I didn't have time for. Dude,
I mean,
I honestly, I don't think she was like a Mary Sue. She just was perfect from the start of the movie, which they shoved down your throat because she got accepted into the FBI, the CIA, all that.
I mean, makes sense as to why she scored so highly in.
Yeah, she was like
training and stuff.
She was like 97 or higher percent on everything.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, what's great about the original Men in Black movies then is because they screw up.
Oh yeah.
They kill things they're not supposed to kill.
Like I was kind of really hoping that they would do a training sequence for this one, because in the first Men in Black, when Will Smith is in the shooting gallery and he's just kind of like sitting there, just like, the fuck is going on here? And he's like, fuck, I gotta shoot something. So he shoots something. And it turns out to be a little girl. And he's like, out of everything you shot a little girl. He's like, yeah, well, she's like a 4th grader and she's carrying like advanced trigonometry textbooks, and those are like 20 pounds each. I think she's an alien. And they're just like, okay, fuck it, you pass. And they're just like, yeah.
I think I just like found a real reason why this movie was so stale is because she really didn't have a personality. She was just kind of like
just like a worrywart, a workaholic.
She was a workaholic who always was trying to hustle to like do the next big thing to get to the next step on the ladder,
to kind of like prove herself.
Yeah, but like she never failed. I'm trying to think, did she fail at anything?
No, she never really had like a knockdown moment.
Yeah, no. Okay, that's just bad writing 101 right there. You're supposed to. The worst enemy for a character is supposed to be the writer. So that's just bad writing then. But and that was I didn't really like the beginning of this movie. I didn't like the movie until we saw Jimmy the Alien, and I'm like, yeah.
That was dumb.
It was dumb, but I liked his design.
Jimmy, what are you doing here? Oh, I just came back to get my kids. Get in the car.
Oh man, I didn't really care for the little alien in the beginning who was like, or whatever the hell he said.
Oh, the one that turns out to be the henchman later?
The callback, yeah.
I think that was just like...
That was the reason, because they probably like wrote the fight scene and they were like, shoot, how do we get them out of here? Oh, let's just have a scene in the very beginning where Tessa Thompson talks to this little blue alien and then like they grow up to be this guy, and then she like says the thing, and then that's how they get out of the situation. That's genius writing. Keep going, Matthew.
That's just like, what if they say something that's like, Lugu Jabala?
And he's like, what did you say?
And he's like, that means like I'll violently and brutally kill anyone if you say that word to me. He's like, Gary, take my keys home, go fuck my wife. You've done it again.
but then he doesn't even kill Rebecca Ferguson. He doesn't kill anybody.
Well, because they didn't want them, or they didn't want him to kill her.
I know, but
it was dumb. But
he should have been forced. Like he should have been like, no, I have to kill somebody now. Like it's like my honor, or something.
I think Tessa Thompson's character would have been fine if Chris Hemsworth's character was more like Tommy Lee Jones, just very like hardened and just not so much like a party boy. Because like Tommy Lee Jones just like knew the in and outs of everything. Like they go into that like little pawn shop. Take the small gun, blow the dude's fucking head off.
If anything, the roles are kind of reversed.
Yeah.
Like Tessa Thompson is Tommy Lee Jones and Chris Hemsworth is Liam Neeson. Not Liam Neeson, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Because he is the reckless, careless one, and she's the one who's uptight, and she's like, we got to do this, this, and this. Like, I'm going to secure this. Or like when they're at the nightclub and Chris Hemsworth is just stupidly not giving a crap about anything, which I thought was really stupid.
Yeah.
Like.
Also, he was just kind of like, here's my good chunky friend, the alien. So go just sit next to him.
Yeah, I didn't.
He's just sitting over there, just like
rubbing his,
gyrating his hips.
It was really disturbing. I wonder who voiced him. I don't know. We kind of like left the movie right away because like. If there was an end credit scene, we did not care. Or Matt really didn't care. We just wanted Taco Bell. You just want to talk about Taco Bell for the next hour?
So, I've never had a 5-layer beefy... I've never had a...
5-layer beefy burrito!
That's what it is. Because, I usually get like a 2 chalupa kind of deal.
I'm going to get everybody on the hype.
And the lady was just like, oh, first of all, let's talk about our Taco Bell experience last night for a minute. Because, like, first of all, the lady was just so cool. She was just so nice. Southern hospitality at its finest.
Let's back it up even a little bit more. We walked into like the early 2000s. This Taco Bell has not been touched for like over 10 years, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It took me back to the good old days.
So we walk up to the counter. She's like, hey, welcome. What can I get for you? And Andrew's like, that's a great question. I don't know. So
Matt goes ahead.
I go ahead and order.
She talks him into like a box deal.
Well, but even before that, she was at the register, and then just walks to the side. I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, oh, I'm coming back. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, yeah, can I get the 2 chalupas? And she's like, do you want the box? It's like $6. And I'm just like,
box.
Okay. Came with a chalupa, a soft taco, cinnamon twists, a drink, and a 5-layer burrito.
Beefy 5-layer burrito.
Boofy 5-layer burrito.
You ruined it.
Fuck you. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. Because why not?
Best decision of your life?
It was pretty good.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't know when I started getting it, but like, it's just, at least for like the last like 4 years, like really the only thing I get at Taco Bell.
The tortilla itself is a little hard. Like, not like hard, like it's like gross hard, but it's just like, it's tough.
Yeah, you know? I like it though.
I do too, but it's
I like a little chewiness to my tortilla.
No, I do too, but it's just like when I try to bite into it, it's like I just kind of pull away at it, and then it just kind of.
Well, maybe it was just that Taco Bell too. Maybe it's not all the Taco Bells.
I don't know,
but
it's so good.
I got Caleb on the hype, so he gets it now. Everybody, if you haven't had now I'm butchering it. Beefy 5-layer burrito at Taco Bell. Go get it. Taco Bell, sponsor us because
we don't.
We've got the
we'll
beef.
Say anything you want us to.
I know. I was just being stupid.
You just combined 2 different franchises.
I know.
They're never going to sponsor us now.
But they could.
I would like Arby's to sponsor us. I've never really been to Arby's that much, but like they're.
I just love how Bob's Burgers is literally the advertisement now.
What do you mean?
Like the voice actor who voices Bob in Archer, he does it. He says we have the beef now.
Oh, he does?
You haven't seen the marketing for that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen like their Facebook ads? Like where they like do everything for cardboard? Like with cardboard?
I don't know about that, but
Oh, dude, they fucking did a King of the Hill one recently.
Okay, well, let's not get distracted. We're still doing a podcast.
No.
Just open it up. Just open it up and close it, and we'll look at it afterwards, okay?
I gotta find it.
Okay. Anyways, that was a Taco Bell experience. It was great. It was definitely...
If you guys are interested, go follow our Twitter. I'll post it there.
There you go. Matt has to get on Twitter more because he hasn't posted anything.
I forget about it. I've also been working.
He's easy is what he's trying to say.
All right, I'm gonna start saving some King of the Hill memes. If you guys are fans of King of the Hill, definitely go check out the Twitter.
King of the Hill, come back. It's amazing. I love that show. Anyways, I want to talk about this movie because we really haven't really talked shit yet. But I guess one last praise before we talk shit. The first act had a lot of aliens, and they were a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool ones. I liked the little dog when she touches it, and it just like explodes into like 30 little puppies.
Yeah, and somebody was like in the background, was like, "Don't touch it!" And she just like touches it
because it looks so cute, and you're just like, "Oh yeah, I'll touch it," because it wanted attention.
I thought that was the creature that she saw when she was a kid. But I mean, I guess not, because it just kind of exploded, and then
you got your cameo from Frank.
Frank was really cool.
His CGI was pretty bad though.
Like I'm pretty sure it's always been bad, but like.
I was like, that is a CGI dog. Like, you guys did not even try.
Well, I mean, like, we already knew that, but, like, I don't know. I guess it was just still... I think it's because we... Sorry, the cord moved and it freaked me out a little bit.
Use your words.
I'm trying to. Fuck off. I don't know. Fucking... Oh, because we know how good CGI can be now for the most part. So, yeah. like that was good CGI back then. Yeah. But they just didn't spruce it up.
And then I liked, there was like one when she got off the subway train or whatever, and there was like that guy with like all those like little blue ball things. Yeah. That was like his head. He was really cool design. I did not like the guy with the 4 eyes that like was like a character for like a minute. He was creepy.
Yeah, he was weird.
Yeah, he was weird. The girl that could like slow down stuff, that was kind of interesting.
It was weird. She reminds me of somebody.
I don't know.
Maybe Prince.
Maybe. That was fun when they showed celebrities who might be aliens. That was kind of a funny little cameo.
Okay, if anybody has seen this movie, did you guys see J.J. Abrams like midway through the movie when they were
for like a split second?
Like you didn't even like really see his whole face at the top screen, but like there was a mini screen below him, like below the big screen. I swear it was J.J. Abrams, and that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not that he like did something for the movie, but it just for the fact that like J.J. Abrams was.
Cause like in the original, I don't know if it's 1 or 2, but Michael Jackson cameo.
Was he really?
Yeah, he's like a little. He is an alien. It's pretty funny. But then aliens just disappear. Like they just kind of stop showing aliens halfway through the movie, and they're like, "Oh, we blew our imagination budget, so yeah, that's done." Anyways, I'm ready to talk shit. Are you ready to talk shit?
I've been talking shit.
Okay, well, I'm ready to talk shit. This plot sucked. It was boring. The movie's called Men in Black International, and where do we go? To the desert. That is it. I love that picture. Literally, like, in the last, 6 months, Aquaman, John Wick, now Men in Black, all going to the desert. What's with the desert scenes recently?
I think John Wick did it first.
Aquaman did it first.
No, John Wick did it first.
Aquaman did it first.
Theatrically, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But John Wick still did it first.
Anyways, if anybody
Keanu
did
Reeves
it first.
sponsor us.
I love you, Keanu Reeves.
I want to talk about Keanu Reeves for 5 seconds.
I love Keanu Reeves.
Such a great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's legitimately a great guy.
Could you imagine if he was just right here, right now? Just right here, right now. We'll get there one day. We can have him as a guest.
Oh, God, I really hope so.
That'd be awesome.
I really want somebody to do a podcast with him just so I can listen to it and be like...
I'm excited for him in Toy Story 4 to hear him.
Yeah.
As the little chip dude. But anyways, this movie, honestly, it was just so stale. It wasn't funny at all. The only redeeming quality was Pawnee for the most part. The one thing I wanted that I told you in the initial reaction of that the marketing was false on was when they used the gun for the first time and they below the desert.
Yeah.
In the trailer, it looks like they discovered an ancient ruin or some type. And Pawnee says like, "Oh shit!" But in the movie, it's just a big gaping hole in the earth.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why they did that. Why not just show the big gaping hole?
I think because they cut off his oh shit.
No, like Pawnee doesn't even say "oh shit" in that moment. And
I don't know, dude.
I just thought it was weird, Mark. I want to know why they just didn't want to show the actual destruction that the gun could do for a wow factor. Because I was just like, wow, sure, that's a powerful gun.
It definitely could have been, like, the explanation behind it, like it's literally like a blue supergiant compressed into a gun. Like, that's pretty fucking badass. But then, like, when they first used it, I was like, okay. I mean, like, it's cool that it's at, like, 0.1% and, like, it did that much, but,
You can, like, you never see its full potential.
No, you do.
Not really.
Yeah, you do. At the end.
Not really. It just destroys a portal. I wanted...
Bro, do you know how much firepower it takes to destroy a portal? A lot.
Anyway,
a lot.
It just reminded me of the Death Star, and I kind of just wanted to see a planet blow up. So...
Yeah, it was
instead of portal blows up with the hive.
Also, one thing that they kind of just like threw away was when, first of all, I know I'm kind of jumping straight ahead, but like this was just a total slap in the face. What the fuck happened to the rest of the creatures that came down? The guys that took the forms.
Oh, the twins?
Yeah.
The two black guys?
Yeah.
Dude, they were totally wasted.
Because, like, for a while, they were pretty cool. And then they were just like, oh, we need the weapon. And then, like, they got captured and then destroyed. And then that was it. And then later, when I think it was, like, at the party at MIB headquarters, they were just like, what do you think they meant by, like, they needed the weapon? Maybe they, like, needed it for, like, to destroy the hive. And it's like, we never go back to that part, and it was just kind of stupid.
It's weird because they were marketed as the villains, and so maybe that was a wow factor that they weren't really the villains.
Maybe just like a twist.
Even though that they kind of were, because they killed like at least 3 people.
Yeah, I mean,
they could have easily just been like, hey, we need that gun to kill the hive. Instead of killing people to get the weapon. It just was stupid writing. If that was the conclusion at the end when they were at the party and they were like, what if they weren't the bad guys? What if they were trying to kill the bad guys and the bad guys is the hive? Well, then why didn't they just say that and been like, hey, we're not going to try to kill this fat blue alien. We're going to walk up to this fat blue alien and say, hey, we need that weapon so we can kill the hive. But why do they kill him? Yeah. Why do they try to attack MIB? Why do they just kill random people? Why don't they just have a conversation?
That's when the whole movie just kind of got out of whack for me. Like, it really out of whack.
It didn't make sense. And it's my thing. I'm really bad at first impressions in movies because I always leave the movie enjoying it.
Most of the time I do too.
Biggest contender was Suicide Squad. I thought that movie was phenomenal, and now I think it's one of the worst movies ever.
I think we were just in denial.
That too. And this is not in denial, but this is just kind of like like I just said, every movie I come out of, I'm like, that wasn't bad. That was fine. Like, I haven't really left a movie where I was devastated. Honestly, ever. I think The Counselor is like my only... You didn't see that with me, did you?
What is that, the one with...
Like Brad Pitt, Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz. Oh my gosh, The Counselor is honestly the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Hands down.
You have not seen Spawn.
And Cameron Diaz fucks a car, and I still hate the movie.
She what?
She fucks a car, okay? How? She spreads her legs on the windshield of this Mustang while this dude's watching her as she fucks the car. She fucks a car, man. This movie had no payoff. It was me, Damon, and Jacob in the theater, and there was like 4 of the people, and they were like probably in their 80s watching it with us, and that scene was so freaking uncomfortable to watch with these 80-year-olds like 2 rows in front of us. It's a really bad movie. No payoff. Everybody talks in metaphors and monologues. It's just so boring, dude. It was a Ridley Scott movie with an amazing cast, and it just sucked. This movie also sucks with an amazing cast, a competent director, but awful writers. And
same with Spawn.
Did it have a good cast?
It had a decent cast. It had
who was in it?
Martin Sheen, John Leguizamo, Michael J. White or Courtney J. White, something like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad movie, probably. I don't know. I'll watch it one day when the new one comes out, and you're gonna watch it with me.
No, I'm not, dude. Yeah. I really try not to walk away from a movie because, like, you know, if I sit down and watch a movie, I'm gonna finish it out.
Yeah,
I finished Spawn out. Oh my god, it was only an hour and a half, but it was torture. Like, I would take someone, you know who.
Oh!
Yeah. Not him, but you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe him.
Okay. Continue.
Anybody, really. Anybody that I hate, but you know who, especially. And I would put them down in front of this fucking movie and play it on repeat, and I would open their eyes up like the fucking Clockwork Orange scene and just be like, fuck, motherfucker.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen it.
You didn't watch it with us?
No.
Did you watch 2001: A Space Odyssey with
us?
Yes. Okay, so you missed A Clockwork Orange then.
Yeah. And I really want to see it.
Well, I got it, so we can watch it one day. It's a good movie. No alcohol required.
Cool.
But alcohol is fun, so.
Don't do drugs, kids. But if a stranger hands you drugs, just say thank you and take it, because drugs are expensive. Oh my. Especially in this economy, so.
What is this podcast?
We're talking about Men in Black. We need to deviate.
That's true. This movie. Oh, this movie.
I mean, we could have been done within 5 minutes. Hey, guys, here's our spoiler-free review. Everything fucking sucked. Bye.
There was really nothing to talk about.
We're at 38 minutes right now because we've just been going on like little
tangents.
spews.
But, I mean, what do you suspect? People are probably getting the hint by now. If you're well into a 40-minute podcast, knowing that we haven't really talked about the movie is because it's not good.
Yeah.
And a big thing that I was disappointed about was not the lack of chemistry between the two main actors, but they just weren't funny.
Yeah.
No line really did I chuckle from them. It was all Pawnee.
Yeah, I don't think I laughed until Pawnee came on.
Yeah. I might have gracefully given them a chuckle here and there. Just to comfort myself.
You did, but I was just like,
but
no, not me. I was just sitting there and I was like, I mean, like, maybe, because, like, sometimes I just throw out a chuckle because I'm like, it was a stretch, that joke that you made, guys, but I'll laugh for you.
Because, A for effort.
Because it was good. It was a good effort. It was kind of funny. So, you know what? I'm going to give you that chuckle. Not Men in Black International. Nope.
Here's actually a funny story. I don't know if we talked about this in the initial reaction. The lady next to you. I don't think this girl has ever seen a movie in her life.
Why do I always get stuck next to the fucking weird people?
I feel so bad for the Endgame guy. That guy sucked.
He did.
If people never saw our Endgame podcast, there's a dude who saw the movie
at least 3 times that night.
Well,
opening night.
It was opening night, but he just saw it for the first time, and he was seeing it again with us. And I was kind of like, I don't like that because I don't want you to do anything or say anything. I want to watch this movie. And, like, every time something cool would happen and Matt would go, oh, no way.
Like, Cap picking up Thor's hammer. No way. Yup. Really?
Like, come on, bro. Like, let Matt have the moment of saying, no way, instead of the guy being like, yep, saw that coming. I totally knew that was going to happen. Fuck you, dude.
Like, if we were watching The Thing with someone who's never seen The Thing, Also, we should watch The Thing this weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
I love The Thing.
And if somebody was just like, what the fuck? I'd be like, I know, right? Just like, look at this. But if I'm in a movie theater, you don't talk to me.
Yeah. That's kind of a rule of thumb is when you're at home watching a movie, you can be like, dude, this is awesome.
Because, yeah, like when me, you, Jacob, and David sit down and watch movies, we have our own little commentary and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, how fucking great was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago now, probably, where we had our like summer movie nights, where it was like what, once a week or every?
Yeah, at least once a week when we tried to just watch a movie.
Yeah. So Andrew had picked out just a collection of really good movies like that none of us have seen. Really.
Probably like 15 or 20 solid movies.
Yeah. So like, I think just like Usual Suspects, American Werewolf in London. Gangs of New York.
Commando was one of them.
Oh man, just like really just great movies that none of us have like really like. Some of us have seen some of them, others not.
We always knew we were gonna get a good movie. Yeah. It wasn't like a gamble where we were gonna get like a movie that might have been really bad. It was like these are critically acclaimed, awesome movies that none of us have seen really. So let's watch them.
And it was just so much fun.
Like once a week, they just come over, we have food, just hang out, play Uno afterwards or something.
Just kill like 4 or 5 hours. You guys should do that this summer. Just like get a group of friends together,
watch a movie,
grab some old movies, hang out, get some pizza, get some drinks. Not even beer, just drink some fucking soda.
Don't go and see Men in Black. Stay home and watch the first Men in Black with your friends.
I would definitely like to do that.
And just do that instead.
Just have some fun with it, because just fall back into the nostalgic of everything, and just
a crime now of us on this podcast and channel is that we have to go see movies and talk about them.
Yeah.
And I think this is the first time out of all the movies where I'm like, I don't know, I don't really want to talk about this movie.
Let's just talk about something else. Okay, here's our final. We're just gonna do our bottom thoughts for Men in Black.
Let's just talk about things after this.
Sure.
Yeah, because there's really nothing else to talk about. Go ahead, you first.
It's like I said, guys. Like, this really wasn't a great movie. If you want to give it a shot, and if you have A-list, go for it. If you've already seen it, put your thoughts down below in the comments for us.
Yeah.
And let's get a conversation going. Say what you liked. Say what you didn't like. We'll say what we liked or didn't like. We didn't like much, but you could probably skip out on this one and be fine.
Yeah, definitely. This movie, I thought the critics were kind of harsh when it got like 30%. I think it's at right now.
Especially because of like the last few movies that we've seen: Dark Phoenix, Godzilla.
Yeah, Brightburn.
Yeah.
They've all been kind of harsh,
but they were fun movies.
And so I thought they were just being harsh again with this movie, but they're not. Yeah. This is kind of like Hellboy. It kind of deserves to be bad. It's not a good movie. It's one of my least favorite movies of the year. I think it's in the bottom 5 of my list. I just was not a fan of it. There's really no... I think I said it, I think in the initial reaction. I'm going to say it again. It's just forgettable. It's just a forgettable movie. Like Matt and we were driving to Taco Bell, and I kind of already forgot that we saw that movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a movie that it just goes in one ear, out the other, and next thing you know, the credits are rolling, and you're like, that was a movie that cost millions of dollars that I'm never going to see again. Good on you, Sony. You did good. So... those are our final thoughts. What do you want to talk about? We got some time to kill. You know a movie that we saw that the critics also really didn't care for that I just showed you the other night? The Papillon movie. Or
it was...
Papillon, I think is what it's called. Somebody can correct me down below, maybe. I don't know. But
yeah, it's a French name. But, yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. It was interesting. He certainly lived a hell of a life.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, like, there are probably some stretches, like, with the book and, like, adaptations and all that. But I just remember seeing the marketing for it, and I'm like, that kind of looks good. I love the main dude. Rami's in it. It just kind of looked like it was R, which was exciting, because I just like R movies. Mm. And I just went in. It was like late summer. It was before I started school, and I just went in and watched it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love this movie, and I bought it because I just loved it that much. Like, it's a really good movie, just badass. Like, it's kind of long, but like, this dude goes through a life.
Yeah.
I would say he was probably in his like 20s, late 20s, maybe mid 20s when he gets captured. I guess spoilers, but for this movie, maybe not. But he just goes to this prison. He gets banished from Paris. You know, pretty much Europe has disowned him.
And this is like around like the 1920s.
Yeah, it's like the Roaring 20s. So, he goes to South America and he just starts building this like colonies for the French, but he's in prison. And you know, if you escape, you get blank amount of years in solitude, and if you kill anybody, it's the guillotine. And it's just about how he teamed up with this guy who had money and how they tried to escape.
Played by Rami Malek.
Yeah, who I think this was before Bohemian. This was a few months before Bohemian came out.
Oh, so this is recent.
Yeah, this came out like September of last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not even a year old. So, and it just kind of went under the radar. Like,
yeah, like I definitely thought it was like a.
I think it's rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, if I'm not mistaken. And I guess for some of that could be because it's a remake of a movie.
Okay.
With I think, don't quote me, I'm looking it up, but I'm pretty sure it's MacGyver and Robert De Niro, maybe? I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. It's somebody really famous. Sorry, I got that totally fucking wrong. Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman.
Okay.
Are in the original.
Also, on the topic of...
Which I would love to see the original.
On the topic of Steve McQueen,
you ever see Bullet?
No.
It's a great movie.
I want to.
It's a great movie. I love that.
Apparently,
movie.
He was a very aggressive actor.
I could see it.
Yeah, like there were like I told you 1,000 times. I don't know if I've ever said this in here, but I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. It's fucking hilarious. He's a great dude. I mean, also just watching or hearing the guy who used to do Fear Factor, which I used to watch all,
dude, I
all
love
the time.
Hulu. If you have Hulu,
it's on Hulu?
That's what I was watching.
I thought you were on YouTube.
No, that's Hulu, dude.
Oh, fuck, dude.
All the seasons are on Hulu.
Oh, man.
Watch Fear Factor on Hulu. It is awesome.
So, Joe Rogan's probably one of my favorite, like, just... He's such a great guy. He's literally who I look up to. And, like, I'm thinking about doing stand-up. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
You won't think about doing stand-up?
I'm thinking about it.
I think you'd be really good at it.
I think so, too. I kind of... I was thinking about it today, and I came up with, like, 2 decent jokes. Like, it's, like, just very bare-boned.
Okay. Is there a punchline at least?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good then if you have the punchline.
So I used to date this girl who was just extremely sexually active, right? Okay?
Okay.
So, you know, all the time, just wants to fucking do it. I'm like, you know, I'm like in my teenager years and late or early 20s, so like, you know.
That's where you should strive, right?
I got my juices flowing, so I'm always fucking ready to go because I'm a young little horny boy. Anyways.
Carry on.
Okay, sorry. So,
you're losing me.
Hang on. It's like I said, it's very just bare bones. So, fuck, you threw me off.
No, the washer machine or whatever.
No, you definitely threw me off.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, we were dating for quite a few years too. And she always, like, we would talk about having kids occasionally. Just, you know, fantasize about it. Like, you know, oh, do you want kids? Not right now. I don't think I'm going to be a good dad. I don't think I'm going to be, like, financially stable, especially not right now. So, like, if we, like, had a pregnancy scare, I would be freaking the hell out. You know, just normal 19-year-old thoughts about having kids. So I always said, no, I don't want kids. She would always go, oh, well, I want kids. No, not really. I don't want to deal with kids. I love kids. I want kids. So I'm just sitting here just like with my dick out ready to go. I'm just like, look, do I need to make you my Twinkie or my Tootsie or toaster strudel? Fuck. Because either way, I'm going to finish. You're not. You're going to be super disappointed. I'm going to be satisfied. And it's just going to be out of the night.
It helps since I know a little background to this.
Yeah.
But I think you'd be good at stand-up.
I think my biggest thing is how do I construct a joke? You know? How do I?
Dude, watch just some stand-up on Netflix. If that's one thing Netflix strives on, it's stand-ups.
I'm definitely... But like listening to the podcast, it takes them a year to get an hour's worth of content. A fucking year. That's insane.
It makes sense.
No, I mean, absolutely.
Like, they're straight talking for an hour.
Because they have
That's
to
a lot to memorize and
yeah,
find funny.
and it's Joe Rogan's always talking about how he goes out to different comedy clubs around like LA or just wherever he's at, and he'll get ideas for bits, and he'll go to the Comedy Store or all these other different comedy clubs, and he'll start fleshing them out and just kind of like seeing what works, what the right timing is, and everything. And like I like to think I have good timing for the most part.
Mm-hmm. I think you deliver. I think one thing I always knew, out of all the friends, little history, Matt and I've been hanging out probably since sophomore year, so like 2011, 2012.
But we've known each other since
but we've known each other since we were like in 6th grade.
Yeah.
So we've known each other, but we really started hanging out like sophomore year of high school. That was about the time I got my first camera, and I was doing projects for school, and on the side I was doing just little stupid skits with Matt, our friend Jacob, our friend Mitchell. It was just us four at the time, and they're extremely stupid. I'm actually kind of considering taking them off the internet because they're pretty freaking stupid. No?
You gotta leave them up.
I don't want to ruin our reputation.
We were like, what, 16?
Yeah, we were pretty young. And I always thought that was... It's definitely our humor in a very small demographic is going to find our videos funny.
Yeah.
But I always thought it did flex our comedic selves a little bit and gave you guys confidence to push yourselves out a little bit more. And so that's one thing that when Caleb and I really were talking about you moving down, and we haven't really had the opportunity yet because we haven't like filmed any skits because we've just been busy with vacation and everything, is that, I don't know, we do think that you're really funny and that your memes you always send are always on point, and you have like this voice. You have this voice that is easy to laugh with because it's already kind of funny, but not in a bad way. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I don't know. Like, there are just some comedians who how they present talking is already funny enough.
Yeah.
So you get that now? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think if you master that, you're like halfway there. If you master your voice when delivering the comedy, then you're already halfway there. Because one of my favorite bits, I'm going to totally butcher it, is I'm just going to look it up while you keep talking because I don't want to butcher it.
Okay. Who is it by?
That's who I don't want to butcher it by. I need to find out who did it. So
how does it start out?
I don't want to butcher anything.
Oh my
because
God.
it's so funny.
Do you think I could tell that one joke that we told at IHOP that one night where we just cried with laughter?
Give me a hint. Is it bad?
Oh, it's pretty bad.
We don't have Caleb or monitor here to make sure if it's good.
What do you call a Jew?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know either. It might be a little too sensitive for the world nowadays.
Yeah, that might be it. Okay. What drunk girls are really like? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
This guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, he's pretty funny about doing stuff like that.
Dude. Comedy gold right there.
Go check out Trey King. Was it Trey King?
No, Chris... Oh, jeez, I can't say his last name. Like, Deli, kind of.
Let me see.
What's his last name?
Oh, Chris D'Elia. Chris D'Elia?
Yes.
He's...
Chris D'Elia. My bad.
He is a professional comic, and he is also hilarious.
Yes.
Go check out his stuff, because he's...
I mean, this clip right here has almost 4 million views, so a lot of you have probably already seen it. But anyways, what drunk girls are really like, hilarious. It is an amazing bit.
See, like, that's the thing for me, because, like, a lot of these guys just have, like, so many, like, great experiences, and it's just, like, I just kind of come home and just shelter myself, because I work all day.
Well, I mean, you're going to get there.
No, I know.
One thing is you'll find things at your work, because you've only been working there for, what, less than a month?
Yeah.
Like, there will be things where I could think of bits, dude, right? If I really sat down and tried, I could think of stuff.
Well, yeah, you could tell a fucking story about how a guy came in swinging in a fucking manager.
Yeah, like, I could make some funny stuff. Just customers in general. Like, just yesterday when I told you a waitress walked up to me and she told me, she was like, a guy complained that there was too much lettuce in his salad.
Oh, my God.
And then she's like, it's a fucking salad. Like there's just so many things people say and act in a restaurant that is just utterly stupid. You're just like, what? Like, are you a human? Because, like, that is really stupid.
Dude, people who go to restaurants are a different kind of fucking just breed in general.
It is. Like, I don't know. Whenever I can sense it now. I've been a waiter for about a year. I have been a waiter for a year now. And thank you.
Congratulations.
I survived my first year as a waiter, and I actually love it. And one thing I've noticed is I've picked up the sense, like, immediately if the table's going to suck, if they're going to be fun. Because, like, there's just a vibe. Like, I just remember I walked to this one table, and it was, like, right off the bat, like, 11:30 in the morning, because people want wings at that early in the morning for some reason.
Well, I mean...
I know.
I understand.
I understand, but not really. Because, like, I've had customers come in at, like, 11:15 and order, like, 2 shots of Fireball, a 23-ounce Bud Light, and, like, 50 hot wings. And I'm like...
It's just going to be one of those days, dude.
I was like, alrighty. But anyways, I walked up to this table, and it's just, like, these 2 young people in their car. Not in the car. Like, they got out of the car. I saw them. They had a dog. So I think they were, like, a little, like, stressed out. Like, they, like, had to eat fast because their dog was in the car.
Yeah. So
they come sit down, and I come up, and I'm just like, hey, guys, how's it going? Andrew here. And they just kind of look at me, and they're like, I'll have a water. I'll have a Coke. And I'm like, okay. And, like, walk away, and I'm like, fuck, these guys are going to suck. And they did. Fuck you guys. Tip me less than 10%. I'm a good waiter. Fuck them.
Yeah, that's what I always hated about being a delivery driver. Because, like...
I'll never forget your story about the one chick. That's, like, every delivery boy's dream. Like, when she just, like, came out, like, half naked.
Oh, yeah!
That is every delivery boy's dream right there.
So, I delivered to, like, this one area. And it wasn't a bad area, but it wasn't, like, necessarily a great area. Like, you know, it's, like, an area where it was, like, a little bit run down. Like, a lot of apartments. Nothing wrong with that. Because, like, I don't know. Long story short, I get to the door. It's pretty early in the morning, so, you know, whatever. And knock on the door. This chick comes up to the door. Opens it up. Flannel. Nothing else. Fucking smooth ass, tone ass, fucking beautiful ass, motherfucking legs. Fucking just kind of like 4 buttons down so you can kind of just see like where the bottom of the boot kind of dip down. And you're just like, I just need you to sign this, please, so I can leave. I'm trying to be a child of God, but fuck, it's making it hard. Woo!
Oh, geez, that is great.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you've also just got all those people who just would order every single day and would just tip you $1, and it's like, come on, dude. Every once in a while, like, you know, I get that, you know, somebody just is on a budget, they want to eat out, just treat themselves. Sure.
I have a little story. I'm going to chime in here on a budget, okay? So, yet again, I'm not biased, but I give these people perfect service, okay? All 3, that's parents and a little kid, and they're a little too young to have a kid, but they have a kid anyways because unprotected sex. Good on you, America. So they all order soft drinks, so they all get soda, so that's like $3 each. Kids is free if they get a kids meal, which I think she did. They get an appetizer. All 3 of them eat their own food. They get dessert. Okay? I pitch dessert. They get it. And then they leave. I give them the to-go boxes or whatever, to-go drinks. And I pick up my bill. And I open it up. It's blank. There's a little note. And it says, sorry, money's tight this week.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm like, your bill is like $48, bitch. You're like monthly. Like, how do you pay $48 and not tip me?
I have never known somebody to get an appetizer and drinks and an entree and fucking dessert,
dude,
and then not tip.
If you want some good food and you don't have money, you better get yourself water and you get yourself just like 6 wings or something.
Yeah.
That is it. Your bill should be less than $10. And then if you don't tip me, I understand, because that was like an $8 check. You didn't want to give me $1, whatever. You just wanted a little snack. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But when your bill is almost like $10 tip and you don't give it to me, come on. Yeah. And that's why I love restaurants that always show you the little thing at the bottom that says here's like 15%, 18%, 20%. Because sometimes people don't know. Honestly, people are just kind of stupid. Yeah. They just look at the number and they're like, oh, it's $36. I'm just going to round that up to 40. Just give them a $4 tip. That's not how it works, buddy.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. Do the math.
You take the decimal, move it to the left, double that number. That's 20%.
Boom. Mathematical Matt over here. You're welcome.
Okay. See, the thing that sucked about delivering, though, especially for Jimmy John's, I used to be a Jimmy John's delivery driver for about 3.5 years before I moved down. I love the job. The people were fucking amazing. It's definitely a fun place to work if you have the right people working there. The managers at my store were iffy. And the area was good. I made very decent money. But the company itself was questionable. Like the policies. Like, we didn't get paid per mile. We got 5% of every delivery that we take back, or that we take. Like, we get 5% of that total back to us. Mm-hmm. And so, like, at the end of the day, it kind of adds up. But still. And then, like, you know, we kind of have to hope that people tip. A normal order is like $8 to $10, like with delivery.
Yeah, it's just a sandwich. Yeah. So
there's also a $2.50 delivery fee.
They probably think that's your tip, isn't it?
Well, I mean, they do, but we don't get any of that.
Yeah, that's just for Jimmy John's to make a profit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you have a fucking delivery fee if we don't get any of it?
I understand delivery fees, like if you pick Uber Eats or Grubhub or something, but when a company like a pizza place or a place that delivers themselves, like they are known to deliver, and you have your own little Jimmy John's thing on your car, there shouldn't be a delivery charge then, because you do deliver.
I am using my own personal car, my own personal gas.
Yeah.
I'm using my insurance, and I'm at a higher risk, so my insurance rate goes up.
Yeah. For delivery drivers, insurance is high, isn't it?
Because we're always just driving.
Yeah.
And like, I would drive 30,000 miles a year. That's insane. Like, on my personal car.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. So, it's like I said, thankfully I had good tips, because otherwise I would have left that job way earlier.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, like, it would not have been worth it at all if you didn't make good money.
No.
So.
I mean, the people are also really great. So.
Damn.
Yeah, but like, people would just be like, oh, so like the delivery charge, like, that's your tip, right? And I'm like, no. Like, we get 5% of everything that we take back to us. And they're like, oh, okay, that's enough. And they just leave it blank. I'm like, you fucking do 5% of $8. I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, man. This is turning into a rant of a podcast now about tipping. Be mindful of your delivery drivers and your waiters. I get paid $2.13 an hour. So when I get a table that doesn't tip me, it kind of hurts. 40 cents, huh?
40 cents for an $8 order. And like, that's just like one sandwich, maybe a bag of chips.
So if they don't tip you, you make 40 cents.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crappy.
Yeah. So it's like I said, we understand if it's, you know, every once in a while you're low on a budget, you just kind of want to just relax. It's a Friday night. You want to order a pizza and just, you don't really feel like you can tip a whole lot. Whatever. That's fine. It's a busy Friday night. We can make money on like other houses. I mean, unless everybody's just feeling like a jackass. But like, you know, if you roll up to a nice place, like a big house or like, you know, nice cars, and they just don't fucking tip you. It's, yeah.
Anyways, let's change topics.
Okay.
We've been talking about that for a long time. What you doing this summer?
I'm gonna be going back up to Illinois in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When exactly? July-ish, I guess.
Yeah, July. I'm gonna leave. I'm probably gonna like get off of work at the 19th, come home, take a nap, probably about like 4 hours. Wake up, drive through the night, get to my house in Illinois, take another nap, and then we're gonna have a barbecue to celebrate my late grandfather's life. And then I'll probably just, spend the week up there, spend some time with my family, visit some friends, then come back down with David and Jacob. And
I was going to say, I was like, so are you timing that out, kind of?
I actually wanted to talk to you about that later. We'll talk later.
Okay. Well, I guess that segues into our friends, Jacob and David, are coming down.
Shout out.
End of July. That's going to be fun. We've been doing that since the first year I moved down here, so...
2015? 16?
Yeah, it's been 3 years.
Right, really?
It's almost been 4. 4, like, in August is when I moved down here 4 years ago. And, oh, man, I love this story. This is going to be a quick one, but not really. When I first moved down here, I moved into this house with these 2 people, and it was so nice that they let me move in here because they were not renting renting a room. The lady knew my dad. They went to high school together, so it was just very, very nice that she was like, yeah, he can stay here for a few months. Turned out to be about 8, which is quite a lot. But I moved down, and I cry for like a straight month because I'm a pussy. And, I mean, mind you, I'm whatever the word is, 19, 18. I'm 18. Thank you. Does it feel good? Does it feel good to say that?
How does it feel for you?
Pretty great.
Fuck you.
So I'm just a young lad fresh out of the first year of college, and just devastated for like a month. And it was a very unhealthy environment. I was always in my little room, which was like the size of a bathroom, was like my actual room. I just go to work, come back, make something really quick before they got home, and I just go to my room. That'd be it. I could not be with them. It was bad. And on PlayStation with the guys, dude, I would bitch all the time, and they're like, "You're being dramatic. It's probably not that bad." Like, they did not believe me, and I'm like, "Just you wait," because a few months later, in March, they were coming down for their spring break, and I was really excited because like I just needed friends because I didn't have friends for a while, and they came down, and mind you, they were only here for like 5 days. I've been living there for about 5 months now. And they were just like, holy shit, dude. How are you still living here? Within a few days, they realized how awful the people I was living with were, especially the husband, how unhealthy the environment was, how just the tension in the house was. It just was a shit show. And to top it all off, yet again, it was really nice that she let 3 of my friends stay at her place too. Like, I'm not bitching about that. Like, that was very sweet of her to let that happen because she easily could have said no. They could have had to get a hotel. It could have been a lot more money, but they got to stay in the house with me. The last day, they're leaving that night at the airport. I wake up, I go downstairs, I have a chore list. And my friends and I have to like vacuum the entire house, change out all the garbage, clean the bathroom, change the shower curtain, which was the part that I was like, what the
shower curtain.
The shower curtain.
Because a little fact about me, I like to roll around butt-ass naked in shower curtains after I'm done showering.
And, hold on, we're going to take a little break. The camera looks like it is overheating. Sorry about that, guys. Little technical difficulties, but we are back. The camera is cold. Not really cold, but just warm. And what I want to talk about next is what movies are you excited for the rest of the year?
Oh gosh,
putting you on the spot. I know.
I don't know.
All right. Well, for me, my number 1 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I am so ready for that movie. The trailer every time is one of the best trailers I've ever seen in my life. I love it. Love everything about it. I cannot wait to see that movie.
Yeah.
It's probably my number 1 on the list. Under that, Star Wars, because I just want to see how it is going to end. Pretty intrigued about that. What about you? What do you got?
Other than Hollywood, Spider-Man, and Star Wars, I really can't
There's one you're missing. There's a big one you're missing.
I know I am. I just
It Chapter 2.
Oh, duh.
Told you. Oh, I'm also extremely excited for Midsummer coming out.
Yeah.
Right after Spider-Man. Spider-Man is gonna be really good.
Oh fuck, that's like a month away then.
No, dude, that's like 2 weeks away.
Fuck, seriously?
Spider-Man comes out July 2nd. Midsummer comes out July 3rd.
Well, what do you know?
What do you know? That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, if Caleb was here, he would say The Lion King. I'm not super pumped for The Lion King.
Yeah, I don't really, because, like, we kind of got the... Like, once Spider-Man comes out,
yeah,
there's really not much that I can think of for the rest of the year.
I'm going through the list, because you got Once Upon a Time after Spider-Man.
Okay.
And The Lion King. They both come out after Spider-Man.
Okay, but then, like, after those two.
Okay. You have... It Chapter 2.
Okay.
You have Rambo The Last Blood for your Rambo fans.
I don't think we've seen the trailer for that yet, have we?
We have not. You have The Joker.
Fuck. Dude.
Joker comes out October 4th.
Okay, yeah.
You have Terminator Dark Fate comes out. People are excited for that.
I'm getting there.
Doctor Sleep comes
oh my
out.
God, dude, I fucking hate myself. I dropped the ball so early.
Frozen 2 for people that are excited about that.
Oh my God, fuck yes. I can't wait.
Jumanji, the sequel.
I haven't seen the first one.
Really?
Well, like, I've seen Jumanji.
Yeah, but not like
the Kevin Hart.
Yeah, dude. Surprisingly funny.
No, I heard it was from you, and I was just like, fuck. Because, like, back when I was living in Illinois, I have a couple nerds for friends.
Who didn't want to see it?
No, they just always fucking were busy.
Mm.
Like, that's why I didn't buy A-List until I got down here. Because I knew there was no point in me getting it. Cause
I wonder if they've gotten it yet. I don't know.
I don't think they have.
That's so stupid. It's the greatest thing ever.
Absolutely.
It's the Jacob and David. Fucking buy it if you haven't already. Then you have Star Wars, and that tops it off. Sonic would have come out this year, but
I'm fine with waiting, honestly.
You know what I saw today that was kind of sad? Just in a perfect world, Justice League 2 would have dropped today. Today would have been its release day. Or it would have been in theaters today if it happened.
DC?
Yeah, DC Justice League 2 would have been in theaters today if Warner Brothers
figured out what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, that would have dropped today.
That kind of really does suck because I really wanted to see Darkseid.
Yeah. Like, because there's like the whole like synopsis of what it's going. I sent it to David and this is what he sent back because I forgot how intense it was supposed to be. Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Lois all would have died. We would have been introduced to the Darkseid and the Green Lantern Corporation. That's what would have happened in Justice League 2.
Oh man, could you imagine fucking Green Lantern coming out of nowhere?
I can't even imagine Wonder Woman dying.
Yeah.
And Aquaman, like, it's just so sad that the DC universe, as we know it, is dead. Because unlike a lot of people out there, I had fun with the Justice League movie because it was just so cool to see all these characters who, theoretically, before Marvel, these were the superheroes that people, like, were the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And to see them all on the screen for the first time was phenomenal. I wish all the shit with Snyder ever happened. It was just a train wreck. And there are countless of YouTubers, countless of videos and articles of people explaining how they could have done it better. But, like, for me, it's just a little sad that it's dead.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad David and I got to meet them when they were still fresh and alive, minus Ben Affleck, in that group photo. And so at least, but there's only some of us. Like, nobody else is ever going to get an opportunity to get that picture taken because it's dead. It's not happening. The Justice League as we know it is dead. And I don't even know if they're ever going to do another attempt.
I just thought of something we should talk about after this. What I'm really upset about is Ben Affleck leaving the role of Batman. I really enjoy them. I don't know what it was. I think he might have been my favorite Batman.
He was my favorite Batman.
Really?
Yeah, I loved him.
I don't know. Somebody was saying that they hated him.
I don't know. I don't want to put words in somebody's mouth, but I think I do know. I'll say off camera.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I don't know what it was. He was very built. He looked the part. He was a very attractive Bruce Wayne. He was a very...
Dude, he gave it his all.
He really did. And it really sucks that he gave it up.
I mean, it sucked what he did to his wife and all those allegations that came out around this time. It also sucked that every movie he was in as Batman was not doing good.
Yeah.
And if anything great came out of that, it is the sad Affleck meme with the sound of silence, which is honestly one of the greatest things the internet has ever done. Especially what makes it great is how it just slowly turns out Henry Cavill talking, and then you just accuse it, and then it's just like, what about you, Ben? He's like, oh yeah, great. And you're just like, oh no. You're so sad.
Yeah.
And then the whole freaking debacle with Henry Cavill's mustache, which I don't give a shit. He is amazing in that movie.
Justice League?
No, Fallout.
Dude, yeah. Mission Impossible was amazing.
It was my favorite movie of last year.
Oh my god, yeah.
Mission Impossible Fallout. If he would have shaved his mustache for that Justice League movie, I would have rioted. Because first off, he can grow a thick, nice mustache. It looks so good on him. And second, he just was so good.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, dude, you're like a James Bond villain almost. Like
I would love to see him as James Bond. I'm open to the fact of Idris Elba being James Bond. I think that would be a good one.
It'd be cool. I don't know if he's too old. I don't know. He's been tossed around a lot. I'm extremely thrilled for Henry Cavill's The Witcher TV show.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
I haven't played the games, but...
Neither have I, but I'm just because of him personally, and because it's, if I'm not mistaken, like the first like live action video game TV show. Is that a thing? Are there other ones out there that are TV shows that are video games?
Maybe.
If not, the first one taken seriously sounds like, with like a budget and everything.
I think like a big title name.
Yeah, like.
Well, I don't know actually,
because like this might
Super Mario Bros. Show.
Well, that's like cartoon still. Like
no, there was a live action one.
It was like melded together, live action and cartoon.
Okay.
But this is like, maybe this is the route video games go. Instead of trying to cram pack 80 hours of gameplay and cutscenes into a 2-hour movie, flesh it out into a 15-episode, 15-hour TV show.
I'm also not opposed to having 80 hours of cutscenes in a game, though, because...
Oh, no. But imagine, like, a TV show with that. Wouldn't that be cool?
I mean, yeah, but, like, also at the same time, it's like, I want a lot of stuff in my game. Like, if it's story player driven, I want a lot of stuff to just propel the story along. Like, I don't really mind setting the controller down for 20 minutes and being like, huh.
Oh, yeah, no, I love, and that's one thing, in Cinemassacre, there's James and Mike hates, it just shows how people are totally different for video games, because he loves his shitty 80s video games, which are shitty. I'm sorry, bro. Even the ones you think that are amazing, like, the only good ones are, like, the Mario games, Contra. Like, there are only a few that are really good, but, like, I don't know. I'm in it for the story, dude. I'm in it to sit down and, like you said, I wouldn't mind watching 10 to 20-minute cutscenes as long as they're entertaining and not just pointless. But, like, it's how video games develop, and they're just getting more immersed and more depth and just so much more free roaming and character building, and if they can pull it off in a video game, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
In like a TV show way, because if that's the route they got to take, I'm cool with that. Watching Netflix tackle other big gaming companies like an Assassin's Creed TV show, that'd be pretty cool. Like, what if they just go to different ancestors at different times and different seasons, and it's just kind of like an American Horror Story thing where there's like 12 episodes and every season's just a different ancestor from the games or anything like that. That'd be fun.
I would love to see a Metal Gear Solid TV show.
It would be fun because I think when it comes to a movie, there's not enough time.
Yeah.
So, you were gonna say you wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, just like the next 10 minutes or so. Have we talked about Robert Pattinson as Batman yet?
No, we haven't. We haven't done a news podcast in a while, so this is kind of like a news podcast.
Yeah.
This is more like just rambling, talking. Yeah. But, I am all for it.
Yeah, it was a strange pick for me at first, but I kind of took a step back and I'm like, okay, let's take out Twilight from the equation entirely.
And that's the worst part. Everybody's like, oh, the vampire bro, that movie came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He is an actor now, okay? That's the thing. He took the bullet to get him famous. He did it. Turned out to be 4 shitty movies.
Probably not even that. He probably just he probably signed on for the entire 4-book series of movies or whatever. Same with Kristen Stewart. And they were just like, oh.
Wait, you said this was going to be the next Harry Potter. It's not.
Yeah. And now everybody hates me. Thanks.
I'm the joke of the millennium now.
Did you see American Ultra?
Yes.
Oh, was it good?
It was fine.
How was Kristen Stewart in it?
Kristen Stewart. She just walks in, says lines, walks out. I don't think she's really a good actress.
I think she's really cute. But, yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen many of Robert Pattinson's movies, but...
I just recently watched a movie with Connor. Shout out Connor. And it is called High Life. And it was a film with... it was just a film about these convicts in space on a mission. And it was okay. I don't blame him. I think he gave a really good performance. I just don't think it was my movie. I was just kind of bored with it. And right off the bat, not spoilers or anything, the movie opens up with everybody dead besides Robert Pattinson. So you know that these characters are going to die once it goes into flashbacks. So it's kind of lackluster seeing the people die in the movie. But so I think that was kind of just a poor way to start the movie because then you just know oh, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. How do you die? So that was just poor writing, unless that was what they wanted, which I guess. But anyways, so I watched. That's the most recent movie I've seen him in. I guess looking through his filmography, people always it's like The Water Elephant is another movie. I think it's what it's called that he's in that came off after Twilight. I know that there's a movie called The Rover with him in it, and it has a Guy Pearce in it as well. And Stuckman, it was one of his favorite movies of that year. Okay. Let's see some more. I mean, he's in obviously before even Twilight, he was in Goblet of Fire, which is great.
Well, he's looking that up. I remember reading something. It was on Facebook, so it's not important news. But he was talking about Robert Pattinson at a convention or something, and he was just walking past all these teenage girls just screaming their hearts out and just, oh my god. What is his name in the Twilight movies?
Edward,
I think. They're like, oh my god, Edward, come sign my tits or something. Just sign something. And he just walked past, just completely ignoring them. And then somebody yelled out, Cedric Diggory! He stopped, went over to the chick that yelled it, and signed it, and then just walked away and just didn't sign anybody else.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that's just...
Have you seen footage of reporters asking him questions about Twilight, and he just talks the fucking shit out of it? Dude, it's hilarious. He talks so much shit. It's hilarious. The last movie I was going to bring up, The Lost City of Z. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I've heard about it. I don't think I saw it.
It came out just a few years ago, but it got good ratings. He's second billed, so I assume he's in it a lot. But he's been in movies after Twilight, and so I think he's going to bring great things to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And
as a youngest Batman we've seen on the big screen, at least.
I think so. Batman's been mostly played by pretty generally older guys.
Mm-hmm. So I think this will be the youngest Batman we get. I'm intrigued because of the director and the writing behind it. I hope, my biggest thing, I want it to be a detective movie. That is my biggest thing. Be a detective movie, please. Show us that he is the greatest detective of all time, because that is what the comics have stated millions of times. something the TV show did great on. I just really hope that that's what they do. And I mean, the Riddler would be great. That'd be the perfect person to have a detective movie for.
Or Hush.
Or Hush. That'd be awesome as well.
I would love to see... I can't fucking think of his name. The guy who played Slade. That was supposed to play Slade.
Oh, the actor?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I feel bad, but... Man, that's another character that's never going to be on screen again. And he looked so sick in that outfit. If that's one thing DC did amazing, it is making the comic book costumes come to life. Because Marvel went the route of like realistic almost and like boring colors. But man, Wonder Woman's outfit, Aquaman's outfit, Slade's outfit, Batman's outfit, Cyborg, hit or miss, Flash, hit or miss. But for majority, they're pretty dang good outfits. I guess whatever yours says will be kind of our closing thoughts, and then we'll wrap things up. So I don't know what you're about to say, but
I'm trying to think of the guy's name.
Just go to like he's in Magic Mike movies. Just look up Magic Mike. Why are you saying this again? Why do you need to really know his name? You just want to know his name. It's like Joe something, right?
Joe Manganiello. I can't fucking say his last name now.
Joe M. That's what we'll call him.
I really hope that like they do a detective movie for the first Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
Or even the second one, just because I really want Joe Manganiello to play Slade. And I would like to see him in the first one, just so that like we can just get it done and we could just say we have Slade.
That'd be cool if they say, hey, Slade is not dead. He's still canon. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that the DCEU died a few years ago.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why I'm sorry, David, but I fucking hate the DC universe.
I think he does too at this point. Why the hell did you cancel Swamp Thing, Warner Brothers?
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck to do.
You don't know.
They tried playing catch up with Marvel. It backfired on them horribly, and now they're just making stupid, rash decisions.
They see that their profit is in the CW channel. That's where their profit is.
Why? It's not that's good.
Like, yeah, you have Arrow, which I guess is the best out of them.
I mean, yeah.
You have The Flash. You have that like Leagues of Tomorrow or what Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you have Batgirl, which is coming out.
I've heard.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you should see the like to dislike ratio on that. It's awful.
Yeah.
Like hilariously awful. And then you should see Swamp Thing, which is like 90% fresh. People love it. Cancel it.
Yeah.
This, where 80% of the demographic hates Batgirl, slate it. 5 seasons. Let's do it. But Swamp Thing, let's cancel 3 episodes. Okay, you only get 10 episodes, not 13 anymore. Sorry. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. But on that note, this has been a fun podcast.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. Plugging anything? How's Switch life going? We were playing the new Borderlands DLC, and you had about 6 people watching at one point, or 9 at least. I
think so. No, maybe like 6, maybe 8. I don't know.
You were popping for a minute, and then Matt went on a rant. And I think he lost some people. What was that rant about?
Oh my god, it was about gay people.
Oh no.
Okay, now I gotta say it because I just would sound like a fucking dick. So my father left me at a very young age, so I don't really have a whole lot of masculinity in my life. And so when I see 2 gay men kissing one another, it frightens me. Not in a bad way, but it frightens me to my core because it's 2 masculine fucking men who can just break fucking logs with their bare hands and just blah, 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 just knock shit over with the weight of their bodies. I don't fucking know. They're men. And then they just kiss, and it's like, fuck, that's just so manly. It's the unity of 2 men into an even bigger man.
Oh my god.
And it's just,
oh my god.
It is just incredibly breathtaking and just awe-inspiring. It's incredible. Like,
yes.
It's insane. Like, I can't even comprehend the fact of just... I'm happy the fact that people have the ability to marry one another. And, like, you know, when Congress finally passed the ability for gay men and gay people and just... everybody in general to just marry who they want. That's fucking fantastic. I'm all for that. I support LGBTQ. But when I see two men kiss, it scares me. Not because it's just like they shouldn't be doing that. More so, it's just like you're reaching masculinity levels that should not even be possible to reach.
And that's how we lost 4 people viewing us on Borderlands.
I was also getting I have lots of rants. Follow me on Twitch, James Vanderdouche.
You good?
Yeah.
That felt good again?
Yeah.
To just talk about manliness, masculinity, and all
sure.
that.
I don't know. I love you all. I love everybody. Everybody's fantastic. You're all beautiful in your own fucking way.
Exactly. That's how it goes.
Don't take no shit from anybody. If you need someone to just fuck shit up, let me know.
He's your man.
I am your man.
He's your man. For me, nothing really. You got my links down below, Instagram, Letterboxd. That's about it. Hopefully, I guess we didn't even say this. Caleb is missing yet again. Yeah. 3rd podcast in a row. It's gonna feel good to have him back. Hopefully next week. I don't know. Is he dead? I think we killed him actually.
I don't know. You're the one that's been talking to him.
Yeah, you don't even give a shit.
No, it's not that I don't give a shit. It's just like
you don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll be back because we have a new channel intro video that we want to give out to you guys. And this podcast totally did not follow the format of what we planned it to be, but
Caleb's also fucking gone, so
he's gone, which kind of made it harder, and Men in Black just really sucked. So
to sum it all up, Men in Black sucks. I love all people, gay, straight, queer, transgender. I'll kiss you all. Maybe that's what we should do for our 500 subscribers.
Yo, as of today,
I think we're at 493.
Yeah, we got 2 just from last night. So, yeah, we were at 490. Yeah, we got 6 to go, guys. We had 8 to go last night.
Oh, fuck, we're at 494?
Yeah. Fuck. So we got 6 to go. So look out for a celebration video after that happens. I really am itching to do a skit. I want to do one.
Yeah, we need to do one.
We need to do 1 or 2 skits really bad. So hopefully we can, when Caleb gets back, do some business before you go on vacation. That's just the thing. It's just like summer. You're just like, oh, summer. So many ideas, so many thoughts. Oh, vacation.
And then work.
And work.
And school.
And like the thought of summer is awesome, but then you realize that like you're not really in high school anymore. So like summer's not really a thing.
Yeah.
It's only a thing for like a minute when you have time, like when you get vacation and stuff. And, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to make sure we can get skits out there for you guys. Cause we also just want to make them, cause it's been a while since we did the new Challenger skit, but
yeah, if you have new ideas for our channel, drop them down below in the comments.
Yeah. If you want us to do something, that'd be fun. The viewers tell us to do something. Okay. Also code word. What's it gonna be? I'm not gonna say some stupid generic word this time. Think of one. Do you have an idea?
In honor of Pride Month, celebrate gay pride.
All right. Code word is gay pride. We love you all.
Celebrate gay pride. You know, we want to celebrate the month, and you know, we do love you all. I mean, we're at 494. That's insane. We've been doing this for 6 months.
Not even.
Yeah.
We truly started like the last week of January. So, and this is like the second week of June. So we're almost to 6 months, and we're almost halfway to 1,000. So
and
thank you guys.
We would not be here without you guys. You guys are fucking amazing.
Yes. And maybe just more podcasts of this to come, of us talking.
Yeah, if you like this, if you like us just shooting shit and just laughing and making...
Yeah, because none of this was actually planned. We just were talking.
Yeah.
We just realized we didn't have much to say about Men in Black, and then we just started talking about stuff. So hopefully this wasn't too out of the norm.
So if you like what you see or hear here, just, I don't know, just let us know. I mean, that's really what that's all we asked.
That's all
we want to hear back from you guys. And we really hope you guys enjoy what we're doing.
Lastly, give us a like, share it. If you're listening on like iTunes or Spotify, give us a review. That'd be awesome. We have like We have like 4 or 5 reviews on iTunes. I think we just need 10 for like iTunes to like consider us and be like, oh, okay, they got some reviews. That's nice. But yeah, like you guys just keep coming back. We're getting some nice numbers. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed our E3 thing. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun for us.
Yeah, it was fun because we really haven't talked about video games on the channel yet. So hopefully more to come.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like everything we've done so far, we've pretty much enjoyed. So we're definitely looking for new things. So if you got some suggestions of whatever,
we have ideas.
Yeah,
I have
comment below
a let's play idea, which would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, but on that note, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. This has been Andrew,
and this has been Matthew.
Peace, guys.
I love you all.